Good morning, my friends. Hello. Welcome to my Tuesday stream that was set to, I don't know, sometimes last Saturday. So I think there was a comment from Ian in the chat, but it has vanished and only the Rabbit King was here. Hey, Ian, I got a laugh out of this too. Get some sleep, Anya. Oh. See you on Monday morning or Tuesday or in the past or whatever. Yeah, I only realized that I had the wrong time when I went into the studio and it said it's streaming time or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Yeah, yesterday you said you were exhausted, so I hope you feel a bit better today. And you got some, when you actually do your rounds, you get some fresh air, do you? You walk not just through one building, but to several buildings, I think. I'm not sure if this was your old workplace facility or the new as well. And good morning, Emmy. Hello. Is I don't know what's it called in English. Difficult. I'm still tired, as you might realize. Hi, Emmy from James. And James also said, and hello to all our friends, past, present, and future. Yes, I also saw some comments from Ian, who kind of was in the past because he missed some of our streams last week. And yeah, is rewatching them right now, watching the replay. Yeah, and kind of funny that past friends really does make sense today. Yes. Elizabeth, hello. Oh, and Dilara, hello. Good morning. How are you? Oh, Elizabeth, I can't sleep, so here I am. My allergy symptoms have flared up recently. But I'm going to do something productive since I'm awake. That's good. That's perfect. I mean, aside from the not being able to sleep part. Ooh. Dilara, I'm here to read Slaughterhouse 5 for my book club, to write and to do job applications. Doesn't this even, is this the book I think it is, that also plays in Dresden? Or am I mixing up the titles? I don't know. Yes, outdoor air when I go between buildings. Yeah, perfect. That's good. Though humidity is so high. Fresh isn't a great adjective for outside air right now. Okay. Oh, by the way, my husband went to London and got me 4 books. I'm jealous for your husband because he got to go to London. And yeah, that he got you 4 books. That's awesome. I'm so excited to read them. I'm going to start with Brotherless Night, the winner of Women's Prize 2024. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like to also look at those prizes and to choose books, you know, so that's a good sign if it's the winner. It's a badger, yeah. But you can say in German and leave me in awe. Ducks. I would say it's a ducks. Yes, ducks. Oh, and Dilara wants to know how hot it is. And yes, it takes place in Dresden. See, so you can feel connected to me now. Although I think it's about the end of World War II. I haven't read it, so that's why I just heard about it. So, and that's all I know. Okay. No, I won't set up the first print. I want to quickly show you today's cards. I actually got 3. I was like, hey, that's a lot, but then I think they fit kind of well. Pleasure. First I got action, pleasure, and I was like, they look so similar, you know, from the design. And I think it kind of is connected, you know, like getting into action can make you feel better, you know, when you feel like you're in a slump or feel not as well. Sometimes it can really help to actually just do maybe the thing you're dreading. Usually, very often, we make it worse in our head than it actually is. You know, we take a long time just thinking about avoiding it, procrastinating, but taking the action can bring us, make us actually feel better. And yeah, we might feel really good after we achieved something. And then I got surrender as well. And I think that's a big part in that, what I'm saying here. I think we had this so much in the last week. Maybe this is a topic for me, that this is all connected. This, surrendering to what's coming or showing up for you, you know, like this stuff you just need to do. This would be something for me, that I have stressful things or a long to-do list or whatever, but surrendering to the fact, sometimes it's important. And then when you take the action and get done with it, you feel better, you know, than before, when you were just avoiding tasks, for instance. But that's what I read into those cards. Action. But they're really beautiful, aren't they? And pleasure. Maybe pleasure follows action. You can read those cards also differently if you want to. It's different for everyone. Yeah. And surrender. Okay. Yeah, how hot is it? Temperature is an issue. The dew point is 22. I don't know really what dew point means, but subtropical sticky is a good explanation. I remember from Chennai, when we got out of the airport, like 90% humidity or whatever, and very warm, and it was the middle of the night, and I can imagine what it feels like for you right now. And this is exhausting. Yeah, that's tough. Sending you peace and love. Oh, I'm a polar bear at heart. Yeah. And there's not a lot you can do about it right now. Just hope for an early fall season. Oh, and Elizabeth, I've been stressed out recently. I've been having an allergy flare up for 2.5 weeks now. I've been taking a summer college science class and working part-time. Yes. And with the symptoms, you cannot get enough sleep. It's making everything even more stressful. Yesterday, my son has, what's it called? Has also an allergy quite a lot and cannot sleep. So we put up certain sheets on the window yesterday of the bedroom, so that helped a little bit. Yeah, but allergies are hay fever. That's what I was looking for. He's got hay fever. That's not good in summertime. So I will set up our first sprint. I want to do the cat timer. Oh, here we go. Let's skip the ad and watch the relaxing cat. Oh, that's good. I did celebrate my sister's birthday, says Elizabeth, yesterday morning, which is a positive. I have been sleeping, but tonight's sleep isn't happening like I wanted it to do. So maybe try to do still something relaxing, if it's not sleep, but still something that helps you recover. James, Elizabeth, consider taking ibuprofen. It'll reduce inflammation symptoms. Oh, it complements what allergy meds do for your body. Okay, it's interesting. It's a good tip. I need tips as well for my son. That's why. Okay, timer is set up. I need coffee. Here we go. Enjoy the cat. Have fun. Okie dokie. I finished my first cup of coffee. And yeah, got a call from work. Had to do a little work thing. Yeah. But that's how it is. Yeah, how did you guys do? Had some fun with James in the chat. But let me go back and say hi to everyone who joined us. Elizabeth used the sprint probably to study. Oh yeah, and thanks for all the tips. I know they were mainly meant for Elizabeth, but I also wrote some of that down, what you mentioned, Dilara and James, about helping with allergies at home. And Elizabeth shared that she's allergic to dust mites, which is especially difficult. I can only imagine, because you cannot really avoid it, can you? I mean, and pine trees. I've never heard of it, but probably because we don't have pine trees here. I don't know that you can have a pine tree allergy, but probably you can have allergies for anything that's out there. JC joined us. Oh my god, Anya, I'm so late. Come on. You were right on time for the first sprint, and hope your day is going well. Yes, thank you. It is so far. And James also shared about allergies. Little detail: I don't get symptoms if mold is the only allergen present, which is interesting. But if grass, tree, weed pollens are also high, the mold makes my symptoms much worse. That's really interesting. So yeah, but I had thought about a dehumidifier anyways, especially for the winter season, when it's getting more difficult inside with the humidity, especially when you have 5 people living together and breathing. But also the air purifier that Dilara mentioned, that's also a great idea, especially for the bedroom, I could imagine. Or maybe I just put one wherever my son goes, So Nicole joined us. Hello. And Saku drops, I'm guessing she meant drops a like and lurks. Hello if you are still lingering. Hi, Saku. Oh yeah, and James commented on one of my Substack posts with some MBTI stuff. That's why he said, maybe should I just start a new Substack account, name it MBTI Explains Everything, and just comment from there? I already see you creating different Substack accounts similar to your YouTube habit. And whenever you're commenting using different Substack accounts, depending on what you're commenting on, what's the topic. And of course, James already has in YouTube a typology account. It's very funny. Oh, James Lawrence writes, got 800 words. How did you get 800 words while... okay, the sprint was a bit longer. We didn't just chat the whole time, but still, it's quite a lot. And Emmy is editing her novel. If I had to pitch, I would say it will be a Dungeons and Dragons and Dark Academia mix. Ooh, but doubt it's a good pitch. I think a pitch would be more like about what's really happening. When you say it's a D&D and Dark Academia mix, it's more about the genre topic in general. But still, we can imagine, and it sounds interesting. Especially Dark Academia is always a good choice, I think. Yeah, You can't eliminate dust mite, you can only try. Yes. I don't know. It must be, yeah. When I took my son to get him tested for the allergies, where they put stuff on his skin, that was one positive. He had really lots of reactions. He seems to be allergic against, yeah, I don't know, anything, different kinds of plants, but not dust mite. So that was one thing I was glad to hear, because I also think it's even more difficult because it's in your apartment anyway. So Nicole took a little nap and still got 109 new words. Awesome. And Emmy and JC said hi to each other. Perfect. Let me set up our next sprint, because I don't have that many long timers. It's easier to choose, or it's faster to choose. Okay. People do pitch like examples of movies, and so yeah, I think this also really helpful. I also always said about my first novel, if you like law TV shows, like The Good Wife or something, this might be something for you because it's about a lawyer. And yeah, I think this is really helpful to first explain from your perspective as a writer, so that and the reader can have a kind of comparison and can say, yeah, I'm interested in, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons is my thing. I think that's good. Yeah. Like, just saw this morning, Lindsay Puckett's, it's like Wednesday in American Dolls, and yeah, I think it makes sense to have, so that the reader has a comparison. And like JC, like, yeah, I love shows like that. You can be sure somewhat that this might be for you. Unfortunately, my novel is only in German. I'm now really sad about that. Oh, you have to learn German? Oh yeah, I also recently watched some Law and Order. 20 something seasons now. Yeah, but yeah, me too. I also like I also watched as a kid those really old shows like Perry Mason. I don't know what the other show was called. So yeah, I kind of grew up with those TV shows, and yeah, maybe that's why my first novel goes in that direction. And every part or chapter, it's a little bit like a TV show. Sorry, but I want to try to at least give you a glimpse at what this novel is about. It's a little bit like a TV show, because each part of this novel is like could be an episode where they solve a case, and while you're reading that, you get to know the lawyer and her partner, and then there's this love story, like a TV show. It's kind of really like that, and in the end, everything is coming together, and there's also a antagonist that you will realize more and more with every episode, so to speak, or chapter, that there is someone behind the scenes doing stuff. Yeah. I wish I could. Maybe when AI is getting a little bit better. I know you hate AI, but I'm also always thinking about, because I really tried to translate it myself and it didn't really work out. And having it translated is so expensive. If you want to have a good translation that you enjoy reading afterwards. So yeah, I wish maybe we just have to be patient and a solution will come up. And then I can finally share it with you guys. D&D, Conan the Barbarian meets Lord of the Rings meets Theater Kids. So yeah, guess you have to learn German. Yeah. I can ask my friend who's from Czechia, from Czech Republic, who speaks very well, speaks German very well, if it was difficult for her to read. I mean, in the end, you have some more law terms and stuff, so that might be even a little bit more difficult. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter now. But maybe, yeah, you can start learn German on Duolingo or something. Okay, but for now, let's sprint. And yeah, enjoy, have fun with learning German. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 2. And how did everybody do? Jaleesa joined us with a good message because she's hosting a writing sprint tonight, 11 p.m. CST. I will share the link during the next sprint. Yeah, and it's perfect for anyone or everyone who wants to start earlier, because it's right before my stream. So if you want to start writing 2 hours earlier than my stream starts, you can just start with Jaleesa's stream and then come over to my stream later. I think that's, for instance, something James likes to do. So perfect. Yeah, nothing really happened in the chat, but James shared that he kind of wasn't true about his word count. Just looked at my word count. 800 words was from start of the shift, not start of the stream, but it's totally fine. And James is happy about the word count because he feels a lot better than yesterday. He never truly felt sharp all shift. And I hate that when this happens, you have plans, like for camp, for instance, like you do, and sometimes it just, you don't get enough sleep, or it's too humid, the weather isn't perfect for you, so that your body is like sluggish, your brain isn't functioning 100%. So so often things kind of get a little bit in the way, or maybe in the way of our expectations we had. Usually, I think when we are making plans, we anticipate a very positive outcome. We tend to do that, don't we? Like, I'm totally able to, I don't know, do 10K. And when I do this like 5 days in a row, I already have 50K words, like it's so much fun to indulge in that. But we should always, when we make plans like that, let's say for NaNoWriMo in November, anticipate things getting in the way. So I don't know what would be a great way to deal with that, to make it a little bit more flexible and still be able to reach a goal. I don't know. Or just to be okay with maybe reaching 80% instead of 100%. Or another possibility would be to give you extra time, It's okay. I'm just thinking of NaNoWriMo. It's okay that you just got, like, let's say 40K till the end of November, but you don't have to stop there. You can just go the extra mile. And when you didn't burn out yourself too much in November and took into consideration that this might happen, then you can go the extra length and write 2 weeks longer maybe, and then you still have your 50K, and which is great, even if it's took you until mid of December, I don't know. So maybe when we are trying to plan stuff like that, always think about, or maybe you could do like 2 plans. One, if everything goes perfect, and then on the other side you're like, but what if everything goes wrong? How can I still be happy with my results? I don't know. So I will share Jaleesa's link. Danke. You're welcome. Gerne would be a good answer to Danke. I don't know how to translate that. I don't know. Thank you, JC. Yeah. JC says, I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's sometimes difficult for me to explain something I'm not like James, who just can put everything into a sentence and it makes total sense and we understand it immediately. I need like 10 minutes of explaining. Oh, see, Emmy, I'm probably spending the entire stream to edit the first chapter. But that's good. I mean, it's a deep, can you say deep edit? Like, it seems like you get a lot of stuff done. You uncover maybe lots of things that you still need to be corrected. Oh, see, I've had to accept the relaxed approach through the month. Yeah. Which brings me back to the surrender card. I think that's the difficulty, to find the balance, you know. You need a little push. That's why we do like having challenges, you know, because they give us this extra push and we get excited and we have a goal to work towards. So that's the one thing. And then we have sometimes things getting in our way and we don't want to say stop, you know, just because something didn't work out as we planned. We then have to kind of fight the urge to just give up totally, which would also be not good for us. We want to have progress. I think progress is what we want to achieve in the end. It's and not giving up, continuing. And so that's the difficulty I think we face as writers. Same for me, definitely. I'm always thinking of, well, what if everything goes wrong? What if the other show drops? How are the edit? Oh, yeah. What if the other show drops? Yeah. I don't know what you mean with what if the other show drops. I'm always thinking, well, what if everything goes wrong? Yeah. I mean, yeah, stuff can just happen, and then your perfect plans are thrown out of the window. Especially you, JC, know what that's like. And oh yeah, what if the other shoe drops? Yeah, I understand. And and I think, especially looking at you, it takes, that's exactly what I just meant with we don't want to give up, and it takes a lot of strength and bravery to still keep continuing, even though stuff happens and we get thrown off. And I think us who are really enjoying, or who are writers by heart, yes, sometimes, like I said, we are kind of forced to take breaks or whatever, but we will eventually just get back to it. We just cannot stop ourselves from that, because that we enjoy it so much, we are drawn to it. And that's why I think we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves when something goes wrong. We should just try to find the energy, maybe recover. Doesn't depends on what happens that throws us off, but we will always find a way to come back to our path. And that's, when we have that in mind, I think it's less painful, you know, when we are like, I should already be writing my third novel or my fifth, and I'm still stuck on number 2. Thoughts like that. JC, how are the edits going, Emmy? Is this a developmental edit or a line edit? Oh yeah, that's actually a good question. The goal is to clean the text, wording and all. Yeah, so a line edit. Yeah, no more developmental edits. Yeah. The shoe. Yeah, like the phrase "waiting for the other shoe to drop." Yeah. Basically, writers are always busy. Exactly, and we had this before. Most of us are doing this in our free time, spare time, as a hobby, kind of, or even if you're not working another job, but there's so much going on with family and friends and life in general. And we spend the time that others spend for doing relaxing stuff, I don't know, writing. So we are really hard workers in that sense, you know. And my mother said to me the other week, why am I publishing a book no one is going to buy? Yeah, and that's the other thing. Other people who aren't writers, it's difficult to make them understand what's why we are doing it, why we are stressing out about it. Other people might think, why don't you just not do it when it puts so much pressure on you? I don't know, there's so much. And I can imagine it was such a slap in the face. And if you think about it, how much work we put into our projects, how much time, and my partner says I do it to myself. But honestly, I also tell this sometimes to my husband when he does lots of sports, and then when he comes back, he's like exhausted, and he's like, oh, I exhausted myself so much. I was running 5K, I don't know. And I also sometimes said to him, yeah, but you do it to yourself. But now that you say this, it's similar. I mean, I don't know. We just feel we are driven by something. We cannot stop doing it. Like my husband wouldn't be able to stop doing sports. He would like get depressed probably. And still it can be painful. Yeah. And it's not so much about, because you, JC, mentioned the publishing and selling. I don't think for all of us, I don't know, it's not so much about earning lots of money. It would be awesome, definitely. I mean, and in the long run, this can always happen. We build up with our books. When one book gets more success, the others will also be bought more, for instance. So it's not for nothing to publish books, even if they aren't sold as much in the beginning. But what did I want to say? It's just, it makes sense for us. I was like, well, they certainly can buy. Yeah, exactly. If I don't publish it, it's like, and kind of like expecting that there will be a negative outcome. Who isn't to say that people start buying? That's why we are doing the work. We want people to read it. And C.S. Lewis has a quote, to paraphrase: we write so that we know what we think. Yeah, makes lots of sense. We figure out things on the page. Also, it would be lovely if we had that one person who would have even higher belief in you and your work and would push you along. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the good thing about AuthorTube. I have a whole friend group of writers who actually believe in me more than I believe in me. They keep me going when I think I can't. Yeah. We need our writer friends. Definitely. It helps so much. I know that quote, James, and I love the quote. Yeah. We write so that we know what we think. Yeah. So, whole message is about we won't give up ever. We just do our thing. And I think it's more important. It's not so much about not giving up. It's more like keeping the spark, or always coming back and finding the spark again of what we love about writing, editing, publishing, And it's so exciting for you, JC, right now that you're publishing on July 31st. That's, I think, those are the moments that really will make us happy as writers, when we can really, it's out in the world. Whoa. Okay. Ooh, I talked a lot. I'm sorry for that. I think there's time for, let's say, for another 15-minute timer. I want to have coffee and cookies for us. And writing anonymous. So true. Oh, I know, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm excited for you too. It's awesome. So we still have 15 minutes. Come on. And we can continue tomorrow. So here we go. Enjoy. Yay, that's the end of today's stream. And I love that we have such a supportive community group here on AuthorTube. I just love Dilara's messages here to JC. I can't wait to purchase your book. You can tell your mom you have a fan in Turkey. It's so true. It's so cool. And not only an author, but with worldwide recognition. Yeah, it's perfect. I think that's also the perfect end for this stream. Let's see. And James, well, 15 minutes just evaporated. Yeah, time flies. But I will be back tomorrow. Not Dilara, Jaleesa is streaming before my stream tomorrow. So if you want to go to Jaleesa's channel, MJ Miller, I shared the link in the chat. And yeah, see you tomorrow, my friends. Have a good time until then. Ciao, ciao, ciao.